to give your father's name or your husband's name. Similarly, the same principle as Shankaracharya has followed. He has said, Krishna, the Krishna who has appeared as the son of Devaki and Vasudeva. So there is no two opinions. So this Krishna, maybe another Krishna. No. So that is stated here. Yes. Krishna is accepted as the Supreme Personality of Godhead by all the followers of Vedas. That is a fact. Yes.
Now in the 4th chapter, the Lord tells Arjuna that this yoga system of the Bhagavad Gita was first spoken to the sun god. The blessed Lord said, I instructed this imperishable science of yoga to the sun god Vivasvan, and Vivasvan instructed it to Manu, the father of mankind. And Manu in turn instructed it to Ikshaku. This supreme science was thus received through the chain of disciplic succession, and the saintly kings understood it in that way. But in the course of time, the succession was broken, and therefore the science as it is appears to be lost.
That is the instruction in the Bhagavad Gita, that this science of Bhagavad Gita has to be accepted by disciplic succession. That is the way of accepting any scientific thing. Just like even in material science. Suppose if you have to become a medical practitioner or a lawyer, so you have to study the law books by the previous lawyers, by the judgment of the courts. One who has studied the previous records of legal implications, he is best lawyer. Similarly, a medical practitioner who has studied the previous books and knowledge and experience, he is called experienced physician. The same principle is there. That the spiritual knowledge, you cannot manufacture any spiritual knowledge. That is atheism. You cannot manufacture any religious principle. It is not possible. That is not accepted in Vedas. Dharman tu sakshat bhagavat prani. Dharma means the rules and regulation which is given by God. That is accepted everywhere, in Bible, in Quran also. The laws of God. You cannot manufacture. So Krishna said that these principles of Bhagavad Gita, at the present moment Bhagavad Gita is being interpreted by anyone and everyone according to his whims. That is not permissible. That is not Bhagavad Gita. We have to understand this. Simply Bhagavad Gita is that which is received by the parampara system. That is being explained.
Arjuna was neither a great scholar nor a Vedantist, but a great soldier. The soldier is not supposed to be scholarly, and so Arjuna was selected to understand the Bhagavad Gita because of one qualification only. He was a devotee of the Lord. This indicates that the Bhagavad Gita is especially meant for the devotee of the Lord.
So this point is discussed that just like this yogi, Maharishi, he has also written one Bhagavad Gita. Now what right he has got? He has no right to say anything about Bhagavad Gita because he is not a devotee. Bhagavad Gita is taught to Arjuna. He was neither a yogi, nor a scholar, nor a Vedantist, nor a Brahmin even. He was Kshatriya, nor a sannyasi even. He was Grihastha. He had 3 wives and so many children, and he was fighting for kingdom. What is the qualification that Bhagavad Gita was taught to him? Because he was devotee. People have to see how Bhagavad Gita is to be accepted. Especially Krishna mentions in the 4th chapter that I am speaking to you. The disciplic succession is now broken. Therefore, I am speaking to you the old system of yoga, Bhagavad Gita again, unto you. Why unto me, Krishna? Because you are my devotee. That was the answer. The only qualification to understand Bhagavad Gita is to become a devotee of Krishna, otherwise it is not possible. Just give this challenge to everyone. What do you understand about Bhagavad Gita? You are not devotee of Krishna. How you can understand Bhagavad Gita so that you are speaking of Bhagavad Gita and cheating people? So, bring all the books which are published in your country and find out a single man who is a Krishna's devotee. Nobody of them. Then what authority he has got to write on Bhagavad Gita? He has no right. It is simply poking your nose in others' business. Nonsense. Just challenge this person. What right you have got? He has no right. The rascals, they said everyone is God. And how they can be devotee? Does a devotee say that everyone is God? They say God is one. So you are realizing by meditation, I am God, you are God, my brother is God, my father is God, my this is God, everyone is God. This is the going on. You want to stop all this rascaldom. That is our challenge. We may not have many followers. We don't care for that. We don't want these nonsense followers, many thousands. What they will do? But if we can turn one man into Krishna consciousness perfectly, he can do tremendous work in the world. That is our principle. We don't want nonsense. But this is the principle of understanding Bhagavad Gita. Go on.
There are three kinds of transcendentalists: the yogi, the impersonalist, and the bhakta, or devotee. Krishna says to Arjuna, I am making you the first man of the disciplic succession. The old succession is broken. I wish to re-establish the line of teaching which was passed down from the sun god. So you become the authority of the Bhagavad Gita. The Bhagavad Gita is directed to the devotee of the Lord who is directly in touch with the Lord as a friend. To learn the Bhagavad Gita, one should be like Arjuna, a devotee having a direct relationship with the Lord. This is more helpful than yoga or impersonal philosophical speculation. A devotee can be in relationship with the Lord in 5 different ways. He may have a passive relationship.
Now here is explained who is a devotee. That is explained. Yes.
He may have a passive relationship. He may have an active relationship. 3, he may be in friendship. 4, he may have the relationship of a parent. And 5, he may have the relationship of a conjugal lover of the Lord. Arjuna was a devotee in relationship.
The passive relationship is simply realizing, oh, how God is great. God is great. One is thunderstruck with the greatness of God. That is passiveness. God is great. When that relationship is enhanced a little more, the next stage is that if God is great, why not give him some service? Just like we are accustomed to give some service to some person who is greater than me. that is the laws of nature. Just like the animals. The animals are giving service to the man. Because the man is supposed to be greater than the animal. Similarly, one man is greater than the other. So, the smaller man is giving service to the greater man. That is the law of nature. So when this sense comes, if God is so great, not that God is great, therefore exact from God the things of my sense gratification. Oh. No. The real love is that God is great, God is supplying us so many things, all our necessities. Why not render some service to God? This consciousness is further development. The next development is to give service to God as friend, just like Arjuna is giving. And the next development is to render service to God as parents. And the highest platform of service rendering to God is conjugal love. So there are different stages, that is explained. Go on.
Arjuna was a devotee in relationship with the Lord as a friend. This friendship is different from friendship in the mundane world. This kind of friendship is transcendental. Everyone has some relationship with the Lord. Unfortunately, in our present status, we have forgotten that eternal tie. Yet each of the millions upon millions of living beings has its particular relationship. By the process of service, one can revive one's original status with the Lord. Now,
this relationship is already established. Because I am eternal, God is eternal. Therefore my relationship with God is also eternal. That relationship is there. Now, due to my covering of this material body or influence of material energy, I have forgotten. This is my position. In the conditioned state, in this material condition of life, our position is that we have forgotten our relationship with God. But therefore we are trying to establish so many relationships with this material world. I am trying to find some relationship with particular type of society, particular type of community, particular type of nation, particular type of family or individual, so many ways. I am searching what is my relationship. Because I have lost my relationship with God. Therefore I have to re-establish, I have to revive my old relationship with Krishna. That is Krishna's consciousness. This Krishna consciousness process is to, just like in darkness, you are finding your things, your watch. You cannot find it out. Sometimes you are touching this, sometimes touching this, sometimes touching this. But the real thing you are not touching. So you are bewildered, you are harassed. And now if you touch Krishna consciousness, these harassments will be stopped. It is so nice thing. We are giving you your lost relationship, which you are searching out life after life. And you are confused. Take this. You will be happy. You will find your relationship, eternal relationship with Krishna.
Now Arjuna was a devotee, and he was in touch with the Supreme Lord in friendship. Thus, the Bhagavad Gita was explained to him. How he accepted it should be noted. This is mentioned in the 10th chapter. After hearing the Bhagavad Gita from the Lord, Arjuna accepted Krishna as the Supreme Brahman. Every living being is Brahman, or spirit, but the Supreme living being is Supreme Brahman.
Now here is another point, that everyone is reading Bhagavad Gita. It is clearly stated how Bhagavad Gita should be accepted. Bhagavad Gita was spoken to Arjuna, and Arjuna accepted it in his own understanding, whatever he understood. That is also stated. Therefore, we have to place ourselves in the position of Arjuna and accept the truth as Arjuna directly received it. That is understanding of Bhagavad Gita. That is stated in the 10th chapter, how Arjuna accepted Bhagavad Gita and Krishna. That is explained. Yes.
Arjuna accepted Krishna as pure, free from all material contamination, as the supreme enjoyer, as the foremost person, the supreme personality of Godhead, never born, the greatest. Now one may say that since Krishna and Arjuna were friends, Arjuna was only saying these things to his friend. But Arjuna mentions that Krishna is accepted as the supreme personality of Godhead, not only by himself, but by Narada, Vyasa, and numerous other great persons.
Authorities. He accepted Krishna as the supreme personality of Godhead, not because Krishna happened to be his intimate friend, but on the authorities of others, and on the statement of Krishna, and by understanding him fully. He did not accept him blindly. So this is the process of understanding Bhagavad Gita. And although he understood fully, because in future so many rascals will come and proclaim himself that I am also incarnation of Godhead. Therefore, in the 11th chapter, Arjuna requested Krishna, say, if you think you can show me your universal form, so that in future others will accept some bogus rascal as the Supreme Personality of Godhead, he may test by seeing the universal form of the person. So who can exhibit this universal form except Krishna? So we have explained this Bhagavad Gita in the parampara system, as we have heard from authoritative sources. So it may be a new contribution to your country, because in every edition they have concocted some ideas about Bhagavad Gita, but we are presenting Bhagavad Gita as it is. So any question?
You commented that, Swami Prabhupada, that everyone has a natural desire to have a relationship with Krishna, but that because...
Not desire, but he is already established. That is covered. Just like your relationship with somebody as father and son, it is established. You might have forgotten. You might have left your home since a very, very long time, and you do not know who is your father. But there is some father. That is a fact. Nobody can say, no, I am born without father. Nobody can say. One has father. But it may be that he has forgotten his father. So this Krishna consciousness movement is that we have got some relationship with the Supreme Lord. That we have now forgotten. So it is not the question of desire, it is there. You don't desire to become one son. You are already one son. You simply do not know. Similarly, your relationship with Krishna is there, every one of us. But I have forgotten, I do not know. This Krishna consciousness practice will revive your relationship. In what way, in which way you are related with Krishna. It is not that you have to desire, no. It is already there. You have to desire only how to revive it, that's all. That is Krishna consciousness. It is not an artificial thing. Just like we are establishing some relationship with somebody, or you are my father, or you are my wife, or you are my husband. No, it is already there. Simply we have to find out. That will be revealed when you are perfect in Krishna consciousness. Brahma bhuta prasannatma nasojati. You are freed from all material contamination and you are perfectly situated in devotional service. It will be at once revealed. Oh, you are related to Krishna. You will have to wait for that.
Who was Jesus' father? Who was Jesus' father?
God.
Oh, that's right.
You do not know that?
I did not.
Oh, he said that I am son of God. How is that? You are asking of Jesus, you do not know this? He said himself that I am son of God. You do not know this?
Well, I didn't know he that. I didn't know he had that. I wasn't thinking that kind of father. But don't we all have?
What is that? He said.
Aren't we all the sons of God?
Yes.
He's thinking that Lord Jesus Christ had a relationship with Joseph. Joseph was married to his mother Mary. And so he's thinking, what is Jesus' relationship with Joseph if Jesus is son of God? And Joseph raised him up from a little boy.
Yes. Just like every spirit soul is son of God, but materially we think somebody as father, but real father is God. That is stated in the Bhagavad Gita. Sarvajonishu kaunteya sambhavanti murtayaja tasang mahajjani brahma anga bija padapita. This mahattattva, this material world, just like a child is born, the father gives the seed and mother develops the body. The child's body is developed. Actually, all of us, we have got this body from mother. That we have got very natural affinity with mother. The child can forget his father, but he cannot forget his mother. Mother's relationship is so intimate. Similarly, this material body we have got from the material energy. Therefore we are so much materialist. We are thinking of this country, that community, this family, all materialistic, because this body is material. But so far, spirit soul, I am concerned, I am the son or the part and parcel of the Supreme. So material nature is the mother and God is the father. And we are exhibited in so many forms. 8,400,000 of forms. So one who has understood this truth, God is Father, he no more looks, this is cat, this is dog, this is cow, this is black, this is white, this is Chinese, this is American. No. That is universal. Brother, oh, they are my brothers. Brahma bhuta prasannatma. No more enmity. They are all my brothers. Samas sarvesu bhutesu. With everyone, he is on the equal level. For they are spiritual part and parcel of my Father. This vision makes one advance in Krishna consciousness. This is fact, this is realization. This is universal brotherhood. Everything, this Krishna consciousness.
What is the proper relationship of the devotee to Radha, Radhika?
Radharani is Devi Maya. Just like we are in our material conditional life, we are under the material energy. Similarly, in our liberated state, we have to become under the spiritual energy. That spiritual energy is Radharani. We are acting at the present moment under material energy. Because our body is made of material energy, so when you are liberated, you will develop your body of spiritual energy. That spiritual energy is Radharani. So you have to become under the control of some energy. You are also energy. You are marginal energy. Marginal energy means you may be under the control of the spiritual energy, or you may be under the control of material energy, your marginal position. But when you are under the control of the material energy, that is your precarious condition, struggle for existence. And when you are under spiritual energy, that is your life of freedom. Radharani is spiritual energy. And Durga or Kali is material energy. So those who are materialists, they worship Durga, Kali, the material, different forms of material energy. And so in both the cases, there is a word in Sanskrit, it is called Shakta. Shakta. Shakta, the word comes from Shakti. Shakti means energy. So there is a division that those who are worship of the Supreme as Mother, just like the worshipper of Goddess Kali. That means those who are accepting the Absolute as Mother, they are called Shakta. The Shakta, the Vaishnava, they are also Shakta because they are also accepting another, this pure energy, personal energy or internal energy of Krishna. That is also Shakti. And the materialist also, they are also accepting another energy. The one energy, the spiritual energy, is in our normal condition. And material energy is our abnormal condition. The Krishna consciousness practice means you have to transfer yourself from this material energy to this, under the control, from the control of material energy, under the control of spiritual energy. That's all. That spiritual energy is Radha. You have to become under the control. I'll give you one concrete example. Just like a person is always under the control of government, a citizen. When he is outlaw, he is under the criminal law. And who is law-abiding is under civil law. He cannot say that I cannot remain within the law of the government. He has to. That is his position. Artificially he may deny, but he will be forced. Similarly, our position is part and parcel of the Supreme Lord. And as part and parcel, we have to render service. If we voluntarily render service out of love, that is spiritual energy. And we are forced to render service under pressure, that is material energy. In the material energy, we are forced. Who wants to become, suppose you are American, if somebody says, would you like to become a dog next life? Would you like? Anybody would like? What do you think? But according to his work, he will be forced to accept. There is no saying, no, I don't like this sort of life. No, he will be forced. That is material energy. Forced, just like criminal law. You have to go to the prison. I don't want. You will be forced. Why don't want? He will be arrested immediately. There is sufficient power. There is police, there is military, there is so many things. You cannot say no. So, this is intelligence. That I have to serve. Now in my material condition I am serving so many things, especially my senses. So neither my senses are satisfied nor I am satisfied. So this intelligence is not coming to us. They are going on, charbita charvanana, chewing the chewed. The sense and same sense gratification in different way. In theatre, in stage, at home, at club, everywhere. Simply changing the platform and trying to be happy. How you can be happy? Already it is tasted. Does it mean that sense satisfaction in your apartment and sense satisfaction in the club is different? It is simply imagination. Let me go to the club, let me go to the stage, let me go to this Florida beach, and let me go there, let me see the naked dance, let me see that, let me that. That's all. But the platform is that, sense gratification. But he is not intelligent that I have satisfied my senses in so many different ways. I have served my senses in so many different ways. Neither I am satisfied, neither my senses are satisfied. Therefore the intelligent man says, I am no more going to satisfy my senses, I will satisfy Krishna. That is Krishna consciousness. Then he gets full satisfaction. This is voluntary. This is called surrender. That I tried to satisfy the whims of my senses so many lives. I have become frustrated, confused. Let me try this life to satisfy the senses of Krishna. That's all. At least let me give a trial one life and let me see the result. So our Krishna consciousness movement means that we are requesting everyone that give a trial this life at least. You have satisfied your senses in so many forms of life. The dogs also satisfy their senses, the cat also satisfies senses, tiger, and these civilized, uncivilized, these, that, everyone. Now you don't to try to satisfy your senses, you try to satisfy Krishna. That's all. And Krishna being full, complete, if Krishna is satisfied, your senses will be satisfied automatically. Therefore his name is Govinda. Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami. Govinda means who satisfies the senses. You don't think that your senses will remain unsatisfied. It will be completely satisfied. That is the secret of Krishna consciousness. So, have some kirtan.